This week we're putting some order to things in these weekly videos, and we're talking about quite a few Lamborghinis. So first of all, these videos are now going to be more organized, separated into 5 different parts. First part being proper news, second part being renders or spy shots, third part being videos, so my favorite videos that have come out during the week. Fourth part being for sale, where I'll put some interesting funky cars that have come out for sale during the week. Last part being deliveries, where I'm going to go through some super and hypercars that have been delivered over the week. Main big news from this week that you may have seen going around the internet is the new Lamborghini Aventador LP740-4 SV. So I'm sure you all know about the Murcielago 670 SV that came out, and that was a huge success. Well, these first spy shots of the Aventador SV have just recently come out, posted by Autogesport, and they were spotted doing some filming for their promotional video somewhere in a very hot place, it looks like. So I've actually seen a lot of criticism for this new car. People don't seem to like the body kit, but I think that it's actually not that bad, especially from the front. I think the back, yeah, a bit iffy. But I think the front is okay. I think Lamborghini had a really hard job building this SV because so many people like Novitec Rosso, DMC and lots of others had already taken on the Aventador and given it their twist, sort of edging towards an SV look. So for Lamborghini to then come along and have to do something better than all of these, I think it was quite tough. But the added power, so 20 horsepower over the anniversary edition and 40 horsepower over the stock Aventador, will be well welcomed, I'm sure, and I'm sure will make a crazy noise, and it seems to have downward facing exhaust, which I'm not sure how that's going to work with the flame throwing Aventadors, but we'll see. I think it's not as bad as people are making it out to be, and we'll see how it looks for real in Geneva in March when they're releasing it. McLaren have officially teased their 675 LT, which will be coming out in March as well during the Geneva Motor Show. We don't have much about this car yet, apart from it will obviously have 675 horsepower. It will be sitting between the 650S and the P1 and will be the new addition to McLaren's Super Series car, which will be consisted of the 650S and the 675 before the new Sports Series car comes out during Geneva as well. So I don't know if you got track of that. Super Series, 650S, 675, Sports Series, new car coming in Geneva. So yeah, we don't really know much about that. They've released this photo and not much else to say. So Aston Martin have had a pretty bad week because they're having to recall 8,500 cars in the UK alone due to a fault that happened in the seat heating system with basically all their models built since 2006, which means that every time you turn the ignition on to your Aston Martin, the seat heating could be stuck on, which apparently in extreme cases could cause burning injuries to the occupants. So they've had to recall all these cars, and I don't know what they're going to do, but it doesn't sound good for them. So the 458 M Turbo has been spotted. So I know this should go in the spy shot section, but I thought it was worthy of being proper news. So this is a car that is really anticipated. It's basically just a turbocharged version of the 458. It's been spotted testing twice. A few changes at the back include a racing light and a redesigned back bumper. It's also sporting the standard sort of Speciale rims and exhaust in the photos that we've taken. It's probably going to have the 3.8 litre turbocharged engine producing around 660 horsepower and a new dual clutch gearbox. Apart from that, we don't really know when it's going to be released or any more news, but I thought that'd be interesting and I'm looking forward to seeing this car. It will probably be incredible, although I'm hoping that it doesn't get too much criticism for being turbocharged. Bentley Majestic, which is basically pointless. Why every time I talk to you about Bentleys do they end up being like the most pointless models of all Bentleys? I should work on this. Bentley Majestic is a car you can't buy because they're only making 15 and they're all sold. They're all going to the Middle East and it basically just has a nice white colour and a few gadgets inside and that's it. Moving on. Last bit of proper news is the Boxster GT4. So Porsche are saying, and we think they'll be building a Boxster for about 2016 time, which would be awesome. I love the Boxster. I kind of like it more than the Cayman because I'm a sucker for convertibles, but you may hate me for that. We don't have much news on it, apart from we'll probably have around 325 brake horsepower, which is the same as the outgoing Boxster GTS, so that sounds exciting. The front bumper, according to these spy shots, looks a bit more like it will look like the current Cayman. So all good so far, but we don't have much news about it. So now let's move on to renders and spy shots. Only renders this week because all the spy shots were put into proper news because I'm dumb like that. So Mercedes-AMG GT convertible. Not that impressed, to be honest. I think it looks a bit like a big SL, as did the SLS convertible. I think with the roof up, it doesn't look that great. It looks unnatural. It's a bit like the F-Type, in which case the coupes just look better. I do have to say this isn't for sure going to be what the official car looks like. So maybe Mercedes will pull a great trick out the bag and make it look awesome, but so far it's not looking great. Liberty Walk Lamborghini Hurricane. Hurricane, whatever you call it. It looks freaking awesome according to me. I love Liberty Walk. I love their Aventador. I love their 458. Their GTRs can sometimes be a bit too hardcore. Lots of people love them, lots of people hate them. It's going to be the same with this one, but personally I'm just giving you what I think about it. I think it looks stunning. Videos! Here are some videos of this week that I think you should watch. Of course, you should only watch these after you've already liked this video, subscribed to my channel and finished this video. But once you've done that, you should watch, first of all, the Top Gear video from when they're driving the Ferrari LaFerrari, McLaren P1 and Porsche 918 Spider on the same road, and it's pretty cool to be able to compare the way they look on the same road, and that's a video you should watch by clicking right here. Do it, but only after this video. Another video, which you can watch by clicking right here, is Chris Harris's 2014 Car of the Year. So Chris Harris has left all of the big magazines such as Drive and stuff that he was working with. He's now got his own channel, which means he can do his own thing. So he's basically gone down to Portugal, driven some of his favourite cars such as Porsche 918, Ferrari F12, 458 Speciale, Porsche GT3, for 40 minutes. It's an awesome video and you should really go and check that out. For sale is the section where if you're watching my videos and you've seen all the supercars and you want to buy yourself one, I've thought of you. Except for this week, the first car I'm presenting isn't actually for sale. What the hell am I doing? This is an orange GTO. It's in a dealership, which means it might be for sale at some point, but it isn't right now. So we don't really know much about this, but I thought I would slip it in the video because it's an orange GTO and you don't see those very often. I don't personally really like the colour. I love the car. Maybe some of you love it, think it's awesome, but one thing is for sure is that the owner has balls. Second car that's for sale, I don't know how many miles or how much it cost, but it's called a Lamborghini, and that's why we all love them, and this is a particularly nice one because it's a Lamborghini LP740-4 Anniversary Edition, which is Roadster, which is basically one of the coolest Lamborghinis out there currently, if not the coolest in my opinion, and I just think they're awesome, and it's red, and I just thought I would put it in again. I mean, if you want to see more details about pricing and stuff, I'm sure there's some in the article I'll put in the description below, but yeah, pretty cool car. Last section is deliveries. This is where I'm going to tell you about a few owners who have taken deliveries of some of their cars this week. First of all, Floyd Mayweather, the boxer who owns 3 Bugattis and plenty of other cars and lives in Las Vegas, has taken delivery of a red Ferrari Enzo, which he says isn't that stupid because it will keep, if not gain, in its value. Good job, sir. You have a sick collection. Floyd Mayweather's life must be pretty tough. I mean, how do you know... Shut up. I have a friend. How do you know which Bugatti to choose? Bugatti, boo 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 Bugatti. Deadmaster guy who had this, which is the Ferrari, has now sold that, and he is instead doing this, which is the same thing to a Hurricane, which he's ordered, which should be arriving in May. I commend you, sir. I think you are incredible. A dude called Ken got a LaFerrari this week. Enough said. And Paul Bailey got a LaFerrari and a Porsche 918 to add to his already stunning collection, which consists of a P1, making him the first person in the UK to have the holy trilogy of hypercars. What makes it even cooler is he took his P1 one morning, drove to the Ferrari dealership, picked up his Ferrari, then did a 200-mile trip straight from the Ferrari dealership to the Porsche dealership, picked up his 918 and went home. Your average day, really. So, thank you very much for watching. If you would like to subscribe, that would be fine by me, so just click somewhere around here. If you want to see more videos, there will be 2 coming in the outro after this. And please give this video a thumbs up, which is a like in other words, which you do just down in the corner there or there. I'm not really sure which side it is. Please post comments on things you'd like me to talk about on next week's video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon. Bye. Head down here towards what is called the Fairmont corner or the hairpin. Really at McLaren, and there may be a photo of the Sports Series on it, so that's this photo right here.